And we are live. What's up, everyone? This is Raymond Sanchez. About to say Law Raymundo again. I got to get used to the name change. But we are back with another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 3, as I'm live with my good brother here from Everything Pro Wrestling, Conrad. How's it going, brother?
We're going. We're doing.
And today's finally, after a while, we've been waiting for this. It's years in the making.
Away with that. It's not a while.
No,
this was game cycles, bro. Too long.
I tried to be nice with it because I'm like, it's just to give the kayfabe, like, it's been a minute, it's been a little bit, but it's this whole pandemic's almost happened and we haven't gone through it yet. But it all starts with this little tweet on Monday giving us some hope of maybe they're gonna give us something. We're wondering
something.
like just a little bit, just do something here. Because all we had was this. All we had since last year was, they're gonna give us something in January. They told us a little bit, like they gave us a taste, like it's 2.0. It's like, you want a taste? Here you go. You want a taste? And then we're here today. So finally, we get the reveal. We get the trailer for 2K22. Most of this comes after, I guess, the whole weekend of leaks of cover star, which I think everyone knew by now would be Rey Mysterio. And then the standard, deluxe, and all that good stuff of editions. What do you think of the leaks, Conrad? Were you a fan of what you were seeing, or were you like, I'll believe it when it actually happens?
I always hold it with a little bit of I'll believe it when it happens, because things could change within a day or two with some of that stuff. But I feel like I felt like they were true. I felt like, here's the problem. When you get closer to the time you're going to release all this info, you have to let people know, and you have to kind of make it clear, like, we are going to do it on this date. If somebody would have said that, I think from 2K, like, we are doing this on January X, and that's what needs to happen, I don't think we would have had the leaks, especially if you want to stay in their good graces. But no, that's not what we got. We got tomfoolery. People just started posting willy-nilly, like, yeah, this is what I saw. Here's what we got.
It was funny because it's just like, everyone started. It's like, oh, I got this information. I got this information. It's like, it looks really valid though. Like again, especially with wrestling, it's like you said, tomorrow this could all change possibly. Who knows? But especially with the leaks and everything, I was like, this looks legit, but I'll wait till something gets dropped. And especially with all the content creators putting out stuff today, again, like the whole Vibe channel. They knew all this was coming, but they stayed quiet. They kept good graces till the actual trailer. That's how they should have kept it. Like, especially if you want to keep that relationship, which again, 2K, hey, if you want to hit us up, we'll keep it secret. We know how to keep kayfabe. but hey, again, this is cool to see though. This trailer to me was awesome to see the little things, and I guess we should break it down a little bit.
Break it down. Break it down.
Here we go. So I had to grab this screen cap just instantly because it confirmed something to me from the bat. It's like, okay, so there's a chance we're getting Lizzie and this version of Alexa Bliss in there. Does that mean, again, there's some talks about we might get previous release superstars in there, sadly? Like, could we get the Fiend in there somehow?
Yeah, that would be cool if you could figure out a way to. I don't know, dude. This has been such a weird year for them. Like, I don't know how to feel about a lot of this. I feel like my rule of thumb is this right now, right? And could be totally wrong. I feel like if you're in AEW, you're not in. Like, that's just what it's going to be. And if you're still on the 90-day clause, you could still be in. But once you go to AEW, it's like, yeah, you're out. Like Gargano, I could see him still being in. But I couldn't see Bryan Danielson being in. No.
Which I feel like he's one of those that's like, the minute that the rumors start speculating of, they're removing like merch of his, they're removing all the branding, I'm like, okay, so he's definitely like excommunicated, sadly. But what about the UE guys? I feel like it's a little harder. That might have already made the cut, possibly just because of timing
Yeah,
issues.
yeah, because
And
O'Reilly
that's going to be the
left.
funny thing.
Yeah, there was a quick turnaround with O'Reilly.
Yeah, because
But
everyone
Bobby,
still speculated he might have still stayed, but then here we go, and now the is it the paradigm? Can't remember the name they're speculating now for it.
Paragon.
That's Paragon. So that might be a thing. Yeah. So Bobby, I think he was on that cusp that he was already gone, so he might not. But then like O'Reilly, Adam Cole's another one that I feel like. Timing wise might have already made the cut. So it's weird to see what they're gonna do here. Because they already showed trailer wise from last year when we got the trailer for the hit list. Buddy Murphy was still in the game and he had just gotten released too.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I kind of hope he's in.
Yeah. I do too. Again, it sucks because there's so many guys that's like you want to play at. And yeah.
It's also the weird, like, okay, New Japan Strong, is that an enemy of WWE's, or do they just not see? They're like, oh, who cares? Yeah, he can still be in. It's weird. This is the weirdest it's ever been for as far as like wrestling games. Like back in the day, I could tell you like absolutely not. No, he's not in. Can't happen, and this is why. He just debuted. This can't happen. This is why. But I feel like this year, like all philosophies just got thrown out the door. I don't know what that means. You got someone from Impact coming into the Royal Rumble this year.
I was about to say, yeah, that Forbidden Door, could it be video game wise? And that's another thing. Again, I know somewhat thanks to what I've been able to do in wrestling, how a little bit like, okay, this contract there, you might be able to get away with it. I don't know how that works with 2K licensing. They might still have somewhat control of certain people for, I guess, for this title. So they might be able to, or get around certain things.
You would want them to be able to, but can they?
Yeah.
I think WWE has final say. That's how I always view it.
Yeah. Well, look, it's been years they wanted Punk in there, so and WWE always said no. So again, I guess it's up to them to decide, hey, do we still want this person, even though we gave him the axe a while back. But
yeah, Punk's on their naughty list, never to be, don't even speak that name in front of me, from what I've been told by others.
Yeah. Which I guess it makes sense, and now even worse. Hey, if anything, we'll get him in DLC for the upcoming AEW game, possibly.
Hey, so, I hope.
That's the hope there. But from that screenshot, we get Alexa. Then we get this, which again, boom, I guess we confirm Riddle in the game. And then I'm wondering if that was just put for reasons, or do we get Jerry Lawler back in a 2K video game?
So here's my thinking on this, right? I feel like you have to be very legend heavy this year. You have to rely on everybody you've got now, because there are things that are going to be good and things that are going to be bad. And I don't know how to take it, but you have to focus in on what you have, like all assets, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking WWE. I'm talking WCW, ECW. Take advantage of the library that you have. You're going to have to play off of nostalgia this year, because right now, I hope they're in the process of creating new stars. I hope someone's in the creative room right now with a pencil, maybe even listening to this, just jotting down some notes like, we need to create new stars immediately. So tell me who your 5 to 10 guys are and let's do something.
Yeah, they really have to. And I feel like that's going to be, this year might be, if they do any extended DLC, it might be NXT heavy to the max. Like this main roster is going to be, we're already seeing like from the trailer itself. Now that I think about it, I should have taken more screen grabs of the legends, because we got to see the likes of Macho Man. We saw Ultimate Warrior. We saw how those models are looking. And it's like, for us fans, we're like, that's great, because we want to see the legends. We want the diverse roster. Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing the Bushwhackers in there again. Get my universe legend heavy. It's all good.
I don't know about the Bushwhackers. They were never my favorites. But yeah, you know what? The more the merrier at this point. That's what I always say when it comes to rosters.
Yeah,
add them in.
But also from this next scene, the options now, again, with Rey Mysterio being the cover star. if you're looking at that left corner there, he's got some interesting mask choices. He's got one of those WCW masks. He has his Joker looking mask. And again, it's only a rumor for now, but could we get possibly Mysterio in that Jushin Thunder Liger match?
Don't tease
as
me.
part of Showcase.
Don't even tease me, bro. They said the attire is 96 Starrcade. He did fight Liger, so I'm with it, man. I hope this isn't one of those teases to where it's just like, maybe.
I hope we get Liger and we don't get like they did that one year with Tyson that wasn't Tyson. That we just get that model of just random guy with the DX. Like, can we actually get Jushin Thunder Liger and not random luchador number 7?
Yeah, you can't do stuff like that. That's just not right.
Like,
I would have rather you edit the moment than that.
Exactly. Which again, right? If I don't know if you saw it, they did a little like press junkie of Mysterio with Saxton and Sam Roberts, and he was talking about. So they confirmed Ray and Eddie's main feud is there. So we have the Dominic ladder match. We have stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, could you give us some more stuff we like fans want to see? Like again, that match alone, especially if the ring's a part of the DLC, why not already give us that Jushin Thunder Liger match? Like that would be great to see. I would love to see Tajiri in this game, if anything.
Yeah,
his old ECW stuff.
They had a few, didn't they?
Yeah, in ECW, they were the showcase for most of that cruiserweight like idea there for Paul.
Yeah, they have a lot of options with Ray. The problem is, can you explore all of them? Like I want to see stuff with Kurt Angle. Even you could do stuff with JBL. Some of that stuff's okay, but some of it's just like meh. I really want you to focus in on WCW Eddie. They had that Halloween Havoc match must be in there.
If it's not, I'm done. That's the match that got me into wrestling. I've known so many, especially guys that are in the indies right now, tri-state wise. We all grew up on that match. That was the match that got most of the guys that are in WWE right now, that got them into wrestling, seeing the magic they put together. Now, I know because he's in AEW, we won't get that. I would have loved to see Malenko and Mysterio on there too. But that's one of those that we know we're probably not going to get to see.
Yeah, those were the matches that made me fall in love with Rey Mysterio. Like, to me, he's one of the best cruiserweight. You know what? Screw cruiserweight. He's one of the best wrestlers of all time. Like, but I remember seeing him in that cruiserweight division. I'm like, yo, who is this guy? And he was doing stuff that I had never seen. Like, I'm like, bro, that's not even possible. How did you just flip from the top rope and hurricane someone to the floor? Like, what? And I really liked Ray a lot. And the SmackDown 6, I don't want people to think like I'm just like, oh, he's talking about ECW and WCW Ray. No, the SmackDown 6, bro, that was fire times too. Edge and Rey Mysterio versus like the Guerreros. Dude, you couldn't beat that stuff, bro. Even in singles matches, it was always money. Always.
That's another thing. Will they add Chavo in? Because Eddie, it's already, but will we get those Guerrero tag matches? And that 2003, 04-ish Edge, that was I grew up on that tag title reign. That was always great to see. All I'm saying, please don't add that Batista heel turn. We don't really need it.
No, I like that. That was good. I love that. I like that. You're supposed to, Dave, you're hurting me. Yes, I'm going to take your head off. It's just classic.
So many options, which again, from what we see, it's looking good, but I guess we'll find out in the upcoming weeks. But from there, I guess now we got the confirmation here. Our music producer himself, MGK. And I wanted to grab a shot of The Undertaker, but I left it to his DLC part of it. So the song choice is scaring me.
Did they announce the soundtrack?
They announced he's producing. They haven't announced the full set list. But the song they use is called Here We Go Again. Not something you want to do when we're already scared about how this game's going to turn out. They know the memes. Come on. You mean to tell me no one's back there is like, hey, you know that San Andreas meme? Here we go again. Yeah, let's pick the song. Like,
there's also a a crazy rumor that was originally happening that he was going to be the pre-order bonus as a playable character. Yeah. Yeah. Thank goodness they didn't go with that. Apparently, they were like, nah, let's not do that.
This is gonna be when was Limp Bizkit part of the games?
Just bring
SmackDown.
it. That,
Yeah.
yeah, that's way back in the day. But Fred Durst was cool at the time.
He
And
was, but I don't think that was the go-to pick for everybody.
I didn't. Listen. I never picked him, but I thought I liked Fred Durst back then.
Are
Yeah,
you
I got
gonna put
Limp Bizkit CDs. So what? Go against me,
Hey,
bro.
he's still in my playlist. Limp Bizkit's in my playlist, but it's like I don't think I want MGK as my champion in 2K.
Well, if I can power bomb with Kevin Owens, I'm with it. I'm with it right off the
The
stage.
feud that never got it going. But from that, it's finally an incarnation of GM mode is back.
Long awaited.
This this is great to see. I'm glad of who they picked though. I'm not mad at the choices. We got Adam Pearce, former NWA World Champion, right there. We got Sonya Deville. We got Shane McMahon. We got Stephanie McMahon. It's a nice lineup here.
Yeah,
Like this is it's giving us hope here with our long-awaited GM mode.
It should work. I just wish they would have did this back when you had like Teddy Long and you could have had way more options than this. I'm just like Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville, but we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. It's more about the gameplay.
There's no William Regal. We have no Regal anymore. Will he be part of the game still? Is my question too.
I saw people on Twitter putting like the sad faces about that. They were like, "I wanted to be Regal." It was just like, yeah,
we want to set up war games, damn it. But at least again, it's a good sign of hope. Unfortunately, for those that are fans of Up Up Down Down, I don't think we're gonna get any more with Woods and Breeze, sadly. And they've been waiting for this. They've been the ones pushing, I feel like, the hardest for GM mode to be back. And now, one day. But
one day.
I had to take the screenshot because we knew he was going to be in the game, but this is this year's model for Big Match John. He's back in the game.
Big Match John always finds the paycheck, right?
But now this is what I was happy to see. We got the Tank. We got Shotzi in the game. And it looked really good. Like the model looks good. The Tank, I feel like they, from reactions I was seeing, everyone is saying entrances this year were worked on so damn hard. So I'm looking forward to that part. Because I'm one of those that I usually skip my entrance. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, after a while, once you've seen it, you're like, all right, let's get into the match. But once I saw that Tank, bro, I had fears. I'm like, every Caw is going to have this Tank. Every single one of them. I know it.
That's gonna be my entrance for the first few months of Universe mode. I'm just gonna have the Tank, especially when I win a title. That's it, Tank Championship.
just hold the belt right over the Tank. Good to go.
But that was great to see. But there we go. It's finally out now. Pre-order is out March 11th. Early access on March 8th. I'm looking forward to this. That Rey Mysterio cover is drawing me in. But then we also have this. We have your standard edition. We have our deluxe. And we have our NWO for Life edition, which I'm still wondering because I went to the site because I was thinking, okay, I might want to pick this one up. It's looking like it's only a digital edition this year.
Yeah.
That's a little shocking.
Are you a physical game guy or are you digital?
Majority now because I do have the PS5. It's been digital, but I like my disc for once in a blue for games like this. So I was like, wait, so we're not getting a collector's the whole shebang.
I'm with it, bro. Listen, I absolutely despise behind me. This is a green screen, everybody, and this is an extension of it. But behind me are video games from when I last bought, and I think it's PS4 and PS3 games, with the physical copies. I do not like having those anymore. I find they
Okay.
take up space, and I don't want to use it. Rather, I could have other things instead of having video game discs. I know people who collect them, and I know people who are like, no, absolutely not. I'm not. And I'm past the days of waiting in line to go get a video game. I'm like, yeah, you just tell me once it's midnight, and I'll go play it.
Yeah. I feel like that's what they know that's the market now, especially with the modern consoles. It's like everyone's just gonna want to download. I think that's why they said, "Oh yeah, you'll get it 3 days early," because it's like no one's gonna go to the line to get it. They're just gonna be like, "Okay, start downloading. Boom, I'll play it in the morning."
Yep.
So I don't mind that. I think that's the end of the edition I'll end up getting just to have all the DLC like at disposal. Like, which also that means this. We're getting 3 versions of the Undertaker as pre-order bonus. So
Hell,
again, the leaks were right, I guess. Like we're getting the Boneyard match, we're getting Ministry of Darkness, and we're getting what I like to call the Phantom of the Opera Undertaker with the purple
I
glove.
like that Taker. That I always wanted that Taker. We never got him in any games, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Now I'm wondering, do they get Viscera in the game just for one match or two?
Listen, I think they got to open up those legend contracts a little bit more to getting more people in the game. I
Well,
would. Why
yeah.
not? Put
Especially if
King
they already
Mabel in
have
it.
most. Yeah, they have most of like the likeness. They have the licensing for it. Why not try to get, hey, a video game license over the character as well?
Yeah.
Like people will love to see again to be able to play those matches and play that out. Like that would be great to see. But again, that's cool to see. Again, all 3 are available now for pre-order. Games coming out in less than 50 days. It's pretty exciting times. Finally, we get it after years of waiting for this.
That's the talk I like to hear. The truth. Years you had us waiting. I couldn't even buy 20. Don't get out of here with that lame excuse for a game. I've been playing 19, and if I hear blows my mind, blows my like I can't anymore. I just can't hear it. I'm done. I'm like, nope.
I was scared because when the trailer started playing, it kind of sounded like that was a song in the background.
That's probably
And
why I
then
thought of it. The fear.
I was like, wait, no. Which again, if it shows though how even 2K20 was just that like it was that bad to the point that pushed people back into playing 2K19.
Yeah.
Like, but again, that shows how good 2K19 was. It was like they had us there. I remember we discussed this before 2K20 came out. It's like, oh, this should be a good year. We had something good. We're about to get another one. Like, I hope this is what 2K22 brings because we it looks it looks promising. It looks promising. This it hit different moniker. I'm not gonna take it till I see the game. Till I have that control in my hands and ready to play. I'm just going in with somewhat hopes. I'm not having high hopes yet because it's not gonna catch us again. But
Right.
I'm at somewhat hopes like let's just give me something. Like I'm like the meme right now. Just something. Do something for us. Just a little bit.
Come on.
But uh, from everything you've seen, what are you looking forward to the most, Conrad? What's something that's like, you know what? I want to see how this entails when March 11 rolls around.
I'm very interested in GM mode a lot. Like I really want that mode to be fun. They've mentioned that you can play with your friends, but I don't know if that means they have to be there. I don't know if it's like a local player, if you can do it online. I would hope eventually that's the end goal is to get GM mode online, play with your friends, and then you can have like a contest or a series that you could do, put up on your channels and stuff. That's one option. I'm feeling the GM mode a lot. I want to see gameplay. I feel like we haven't seen enough of it to know. And I don't know. I'm left wondering a lot of things. I'm just like, is this a mirage? Is this really going to be good? There's doubt. There's a lot of doubt right now still.
Yeah, that's what scared me that we haven't seen actual gameplay. Like we saw the little like, oh, these are shots from it, but it's like, can we see actual gameplay? Like even with the Sasha, with the little trailer they had, it's like I want to see like actual matches. Like give
Yeah.
us something. Let's see how it plays out. Are we gonna have the million glitches again? Like also, I forgot to mention, and it's on there. The creation suite, it's cross-platform. they gave us cross-platform creation, and that to me that's great to hear because now I'm thinking about those Xbox creators that I'm always like, if only they were on PlayStation. But
Mm-hmm.
again, be the team that you want. I'm on PlayStation just because that's been my system. But to those guys that do create on Xbox, finally we get to download those kind of customs because I love downloading customs. Like I love getting my universe mode heavy with New Japan guys, AEW guys, all that. Like this year it's gonna be crazy to see that and how that works out.
I hope they've expanded the what we can do too as far as the how the roster goes.
Yeah.
That like when you download cars, sometimes the really good ones, there's so many tattoos and patches and logos, and I'm like, please don't have like 50 of these on there, and then I can't use this guy. Like, I really hope it's not like that.
Yeah. This also I hope this year they actually fix it that because of certain DLCs and stuff like that, that it just makes it impossible to download someone too. Because
Yeah.
last year that was the biggest glitch. Oh, at least with I'm saying last year with 2K20, one of the biggest glitches were even if you had the DLC, it said, "Oh, you need this DLC pack or that DLC pack." It's like I already own it. Like, what's the point here? But again, that was my biggest like. Once I heard cross-platform, I'm like, okay, cool. This is promising again. But let's see how it actually plays out. But guys, like I said, if this alone, go watch that trailer. Go watch some of the actual press junkies as well. Listen to what we've said. Hopefully, when March 11th comes around, we're given something more than what we're expecting. You'll definitely be seeing content from both of us on that game as well, because I know it's gonna be game channel heavy in March. So
All wrestling.
always. Conrad, thank you so much again for joining me here. This was great. I'm glad we finally got to talk some video game wrestling here. The last time I don't know what happened with us, but it was 2K20 just saying no, you're not leaving me yet. So now we're here. We got 2K22 talk, and I can't wait.
I can't wait to.
So here we go, guys. Before we go, don't forget if you want to follow Conrad, you can do so at EPW Show on Instagram, at EPW Show on Twitter. All the links are going to be in the description down below. So you're definitely going to go follow because Conrad does some great breakdowns of shows. AEW even did a retro review I saw on the Royal Rumble. Definitely go check him out. Go check out his ads on Manscaped and all that stuff because that has me dying all the time watching him. Thank you again, brother, for joining me. Once again, this has been Respect the Craft, episode number 3, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. As always, be wise, be genuine, be real, and respect the craft. See you guys.